Hey, this is Dave, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a very interesting subject called mind calisthenics or mind gymnastics. And why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because I do believe that just like in life, when you do not exercise and you become overweight, there is a problem, all right? And you become slothful, you become lethargic, you don't actually become fit. What ultimately happens is that you burn off, you take in more calories than you actually burn, and you become overweight. And I do believe that the same thing works with your mind. I do believe that it's possible to become overweight in your own mind, and there are serious consequences when you take on so much information and you're not willing to share it with everybody else. All right. Now let me just tell you a little story. All right. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I knew of a friend years ago that was incredibly smart, incredibly clever, and could figure out just about everything. If we had a problem, we'd run to this person to solve it because they knew just about everything. They didn't only know a lot of stuff, they thought they knew a lot of stuff. So if you ask them the question, how come you know this? They just say something like, I really know a lot of things. They actually believe that they knew more than everybody around them, which I believe can actually be very, very dangerous for a person. I'm going to get into that right now. But I want to talk to you about what happened to this person and what ultimately really happens to people who become this way. All right. Ultimately, they didn't have any really good friends. They had associates or people that thought they were their friends, but it really was people that were associated with them and other people. They weren't really close with them. They also become incredibly unteachable. They're not coachable. They think they know everything. They become incredibly arrogant, and it really is a pain to be around these types of people because they think they know everything. And I do believe it's because of a very, very specific symptom, is that they're not exercising their own mind. Now you might be thinking, well, exercising your mind, don't you mean like doing stuff like Sudoku and crossword puzzles? And that's all well and good. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about a different type of exercise with your mind. And that is that just like in the same way that if you don't burn off enough calories and you become overweight, I believe that when you take in information and you do not burn off that knowledge in the form of teaching other people, you actually become overweight in your own mind. You become arrogant. You become puffed up. In fact, the Bible actually says this. The Bible says that knowledge, too much knowledge, puffs you up. It makes you think you're better than everybody, and that's a real thing. And I do believe that when you learn something, the ultimate thing for you to do is to actually share it with other people. When you find something useful, you should be sharing it in some form to some other people. All right. Now, in my particular situation, I teach people how to build a business online. I teach people how to actually make money on the internet. And I know how to do this. And so what I do with that information is whenever I learn something, I teach it. I teach it to my team. I teach it to groups of people. I sit here sometimes on Facebook. I'll do a live every now and then when I can because my internet's so bad. And I will actually show people how they can actually generate an income online. It's because I am actually exercising my own mind and getting into mind gymnastics by getting into shape. And I do believe that when you teach over long periods of time, you actually become very, very sharp, and your mind is clear, it's visual, it's quick. That's how I believe you can actually exercise your own mind, by teaching the information that you learn. Now there's another aspect to this, and that is that a lot of people don't think they have anything to teach. And I want to just illustrate this. All right, and Jackie, I'm going to be talking about you right now. And Jackie is she's a pastor of a church and very, very knowledgeable person. And she was inside of our group the other day, and she was saying she doesn't really have anything new to teach, but she'll teach this thing anyway because she knows that it's a good idea to teach. Anyway, she taught these two particular things inside of this group. And lo and behold, I didn't even know one of them. She taught me something. And this is the con that people think happens, is that they think that they don't have anything of value to teach. And what happens when you start to teach on a regular basis, you start to think about things differently. You know, when you learn something, all right, and out of a percentage-wise, if you go and learn something by hearing an audio or watching a video or listening to somebody in some setting when you're learning in a classroom, you only really take in about 20 to 30% of the information. But when you yourself have to go ahead then and teach that information, you grasp about 90 to 95% of that information. And that's because you're exercising your mind properly with that and teaching people stuff and giving people value. And I tell this to people all the time, that if you really want to increase your increase your value, all right, so you can earn some more money, you've got to become more valuable to other people. And this is what happens when you teach people, is you become more valuable. And that's really how you ultimately grow a business, is by sharing new things with people so they can take that value and learn how to utilize it in their own businesses or whatever you're doing, all right? You may be teaching yoga, you may be teaching people how to sell stuff, or whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. But the point is that you need to provide value to other people. And this is how you exercise your own mind. Now, I do want to say this also, that if you really want to help people, and you really want to help grow people, this needs to be motivated by love. This needs to be motivated by a real wanting to help other people. To help people. When you genuinely want to help people, that's when people connect with you. All right? The people that I help and I teach, I really do want to help them. All right? I was in a position years ago where, I'm living in a third world country. Everybody else is making money instead of me. And then, like, years later, I get on a plane and I go to Vegas and I meet people. Why? Because I worked at my business. I took in the information that I knew and I taught it to other people. And that's how I got there. And I just make a habit of myself. A habit doing the same thing over and over again. I exercise my mind. I go into this thing called mind calisthenics, when you just exercising your mind, becoming fit in your own mind so that you can become valuable to other people. And that's how you become valuable to yourself. So with that being said, I hope you have a tremendous day. I hope this has helped somebody out there. And look, if you need some help wanting to start your own business, you can always reach out to me. I'm a real person and I will respond. But you have a tremendous day. You can also find me online at davereinecker.com. That's REINEKE.com. Or if you want to, you can message me on Facebook. I'm a real person. I will respond to you within a day. And if I don't, it's because of an emergency. But ultimately, I respond to people fairly, fairly quickly. You have a terrific day, and I will catch you on the next video. And by the way, I'm going to be making these videos but once or twice a week. And so I will be doing this on a weekly basis. You have a tremendous day. I will see you on the next video. Cheers.